Today, we have the most expensive players in FIFA history. I'm talking all time. 20 players, all different players. Let's talk. You can put in the comments who stands out for you. If you don't see somebody, you know what to do. Subscribe! Elephant in the room. R9, R9, R9. Pick a Ronaldo. Too official. It's been that way time and time again. Every single year, he's going to battle it out for the most expensive player in the game. Offers you everything. Let him do his job. Feeling very American today with this on a side note. Conte, the Energizer Bunny. Who remembers the FIFA 19 iteration? Absolute menace. My opponents used to just take Conte in the midfield and control no one else. Incredible player. I hope you haven't forgotten Neymar, highest rated that he's ever been, 99 overall in FIFA 21. The Summer Stars iteration or that edition. He's always been pretty expensive, generally speaking, at least in the last decade. The skill moves, the expression, the deceptive nature, high rating to begin with. The way that he moves and executes, phenomenal. Again, and I believe he's a forgotten player. Suarez, also known as Suarez. That man was eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In FIFA 18, he had a 99 overall, and he was different. And I don't see him brought into enough conversations. He was not cheap, hefty on the pockets. Woo. To say this man was a threat would be an understatement. Foot birthday, Mbappe, FIFA 20. Might be the only year that we had a player rival R9. I would even argue that Foot Birthday Mbappe was better than R9. Truly, he was a game breaker, game changer. You didn't need to get better at FIFA, you just needed to make a couple new purchases. This being one of them. Just remarkable, pure menace. Robin. Even with 1 foot, I always throw it back to the FIFA 15 variation. There have been a few variations, but this game was so tailored to Robin being able to cut inside, finesse shots, the quick movements, the body feints, the ball rolls, the scoop turns, the fake shots, the step overs. It was beautiful, fast-paced goodness, and finesses from everywhere. The game was tailored to him, and Robin had his own suit. Zinedine Zidane. Like a few of the icons, might be a reoccurring theme. You could really pick the year. I'm going with FIFA 21 just off the rip, 97 overall. We had these icon upgrades with the moments. The icon on icon on icon. And when we started quadrupling down, them price tags, they weren't for the average folks. And it still can be said the same. FIFA 23, Zidane is one of the best midfielders, and he's graceful as ever. You knew Messi would make an appearance. I always think back to FIFA 20 because I don't think we've ever seen a more physical Messi. I was scoring headers. I think the guy had like 90 strength. I know he had 90 plus stamina, which had always been the question mark. If there was one critique about Messi, he was undersized, wasn't the strongest. This version, off the charts. He climbed like you've never seen before. I was jumping and winning flick-ons, knockdowns, taking off the chest, pushing defenders around. Midfielders didn't stand a chance. I was confrontational. Brick wall Messi. I could have played him as a holding mid. Shout out to this version of Messi. Spectacular. Eusebio, I've gone with FIFA 20. I just think his price was higher that year in particular. He had surpassed some of the other icons, but most years, as a reoccurring statement, with icons in particular, there's a few that are in this elite tier of their own, and all of them are extremely expensive. You might have to take out a loan, talk to the credit card company. Modric, the Croatian legend. Always think back to FIFA 19 because he had 90 plus stats in all the 6 major statistical categories. Thinking back, I'm not sure if he was the first to fit into this slot, but he might be. I guess let me know in the comment section. Was this version of Modric the team of the year the first time that we saw baseline 90 plus in every statistical alignment? Pele, may you rest in peace. Absolute icon and ambassador of the sport, the beautiful game. We're talking about the most expensive version, similar to R9, shares in that Brazilian theme of always being at the highest of highest tiers, mainly because he's always at the top for the highest rated players. Links with everyone, gives you that explosion, that expression. You can pick any FIFA installment, and again, if you're dealing with that 98 or that 99, some of these moment variations, the bank will be broken. On a similar note, Ruud Gullit. And I still think back to FIFA 18, maybe even FIFA 19, because he commanded the midfield. He had those partnerships where you wanted to have the big player and then sometimes that smaller, really quick, innovative center defensive mid or center mid next to the likes of Ruud Gullit. If you're playing the 4-2-3-1, and it allowed you to command everything that happened when it happened. You were the captain of the FIFA ship. Team of the year, Marcelo. He was in every competitive squad. If you were at the pro level or trying to compete, FIFA 19 Marcelo made an appearance. He was just so much better than every fullback going forward. And when you're overlapping, you got yourself another true attacker, scoring goals, facilitating, switching the pitch, first touches, pass and move, give and go, 1-2s everywhere on the virtual pitch. One of my most favorite foot items of all time. Could be another video. We'll keep those team of the year statements. Virgil van Dijk, FIFA 20. Cracked would be an understatement. He was at that level where I was avoiding him. When I would go up against Virgil van Dijk, I would do everything in my power to try to pull him out of position in order to find space elsewhere. I did not want to be in a 50-50. I didn't even want to go 2 players against Virgil. He just covers so much space, but has the athleticism. The defending numbers are through the roof. He's stronger than any player that you have. You just avoid him at all costs. Ibrahimovic. I decided to go with FIFA 16. I've had a lot of good moments and good times with Ibrahimovic in general. There's always that flashback version that I think of, but I don't know that he actually priced out as high as some of the team of the season and just the blue iterations. And this might be a hot take, but I've always felt this way. If Ibrahimovic was not in the Ronaldo and Messi era, if he wasn't sharing that era, I think we would talk about him so differently. I'm talking to being one of the greatest strikers or greatest players of all time, and with a unique personality that no one has been able to replicate. Who remembers Ribéry? That flashback item was heavy on the price tag. I think I took a glance. It's maybe 1.5. Real cost. And it feels like we get an upgrade every year. He's in that rotation of players that EA will not allow to disappear or to downgrade where he's not usable in FIFA. I'm not mad at that. I'm not complaining. I just think it's a true statement. Johan Cruyff. You've heard me say this icon on icon on icon. He's never been cheap, nor should he be. He just finds himself into the icon rotation of must-haves, must-needs, players that change the outcomes of games. FIFA 15. You guys know I love that title. And to commensurate, I brought back Aguero. FIFA 15 iteration. Again, that game was so quick with some of the movements and some of the skill moves and the execution. I feel a player like Aguero was able to be maximized. This was the year. Good times. Patrick Vieira. I got FIFA 17 on here, but I remember him in 18 and 19. He's another one of those icons that always makes a difference, but I do feel that there was a, let's say, 2 to 3 year spell where he was must-have if you were looking to be involved in esports. But I believe that competitors are looking for a little more versatility, being able to go forward and score goals, penetrate, have those skill moves at this point of the franchise. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pick your favorite team of the year. I think back to FIFA 19 when he had the Juventus foot item. You just got yourself a player that could score in so many different ways, and then so many crosses, whether you're knocking them down and it would start your counterattack or you're going directly for goal, and Cristiano was the best at this. Undeniable greatness. And I just realized I think this is number 21. Not a Drake reference, but I couldn't leave off Ronaldinho. Certain years may be more expensive than other years. You're gonna find yourself with an enjoyable player. He has unique movements to the game because he used to be a cover star. I wouldn't put him in my top 5 footballers of all time. Probably not even the top 10. I just don't think he had a full enough career where he is at that unstoppable level. But if I'm looking at influence, personal influence, this was the guy. The way that he activated and looked at home on the pitch, the smiles, the interactions, the engagements, the fan collaborations. This man will always have a special place in my football experience. And I feel so fortunate to have been able to watch his career and see him play in person, not just via the TV set. Well, I think we gave you 21 names instead of the 20. If you enjoyed everything, make sure to drop some love. It's free to subscribe. I have more content on screen. Peep some of those videos and let me know, should we do a part 2? Should we order this differently? And as always, I have a lot more content coming out for you ASAP.